talking about content. Now, a lot of times we think that content is easy to make. It's not. But you know what is easy? What's easy is to just do it. Just create the content, you get the audience, and be consistent. My keys to content creation are 5 keys. The first key is deciding what your commitment is going to be. If you decide what your commitment is going to be, then you're not concerned about the content. So, yeah, can you tell that something? I'm live. So, after you decide what you want the content to be, then you don't turn it off, but just to turn it down a little bit. After you decide what you want the content to be, then, hey, Miss Edie. Yeah, so I'm just talking about content and getting together how you can do content by not requiring you to do much except to just do it. Thanks for joining me, Miss Edie. So, content requires a commitment, deciding what type of character you're going to show up as. In my case, I'm showing up as Dr. Pratt to answer any questions people have. I'm going to concentrate on the content. But I do have a character, and my character is going to be that of a content chef. So a lot of times, I'm going to use recipes, the word ingredients, the word cookbook, to describe how you can do content. And in doing that, it'll help me to show up as that's the type of character and the type of consistency, because I enjoy that conversation. I enjoy, as you see me, cutting up these vegetables for a stew. I enjoy cooking. I started cooking when I was 10 years old. In our house, our mother made us, she had all boys, and she wanted all the boys to know how to cook. So, thank you, Miss Edie. Thank you for sharing it. It's my birthday today, Miss Edie. I'm 53 officially. I'm going to post in the community a little bit later on. But I had to step up and do some husbandly duties today. And so, even though it's my birthday, I am preparing dinner, as a good husband would do, to make sure that the content of our family life is good. It's just good to see. That's the big thing when you're doing live, is just make sure you have the camera clean. The camera was not clean, y'all. Sorry about that. That's one of the big things about going live and doing the content. Yo, your eldest grandson, that's what's up. Leo's in the house, Leo season. Yep. So, today's conversation is on content and doing content. Okay, hey James. Happy birthday, James. That's what's up. 726. It's a good number, 726. As we New Yorkers would say, that's a good number. But yeah, doing content is not super complicated. It does require, like I said, I call it the five C's to doing content. Having a commitment, having a character. Yes, Ms. Zora. That's my 2-year-old. She's in here. Damaris, can you get her, please? So, the commitment to the content, the type of character you're going to show up as, and being part of a community. Hopefully, because you're on YouTube, you're part of a community. Maybe your favorite favorite YouTuber, or your favorite YouTube channel, or maybe you're on Instagram, or you're on Snapchat or TikTok. You're still part of a community. So that community, when you create the content that you want, that community can show up and support you. Or you show up and support the community and all the content you guys like, But having those 5 C's: commitment, character, content, what type of content, community, and consistency. Having a community, being consistent, that to me are the 5 C's to content creation. And it helps anybody. I'm telling y'all, anything you're doing, whether you're a pastor or you got a auto mechanic company or you're doing drop shipping, I don't care what it is. Those 5 C's will help you create the type of content that lasts and is easy to consume. Now, if you're talking about a specific platform, I am making a brown stew chicken, or my wife has said smothered chicken. So this is these are the celery, onions. That's gonna go into a little bit of the stew. Next, I'm gonna cut the chicken up. Have a whole chicken right here, and after that, I'm going to brown the chicken first, and then saute the vegetables, and then I am going to put it into a sauce, the top on it. There we got dinner. It's my my birthday dinner. So hold on one second, y'all. This is my little mini me. Can you come? No, you can't. Can you put the gate up so she can't come back in? Thanks. So, content creation is where we're at. We're getting ready to talk about different platforms. So, YouTube content creation. What is the easiest way for you to create content on YouTube? For me, that's just doing it. So just go ahead and do it, like I'm doing now. I didn't set up, my StreamYard, I didn't have my camera, didn't have my lights, didn't have my microphone on. I have to fix dinner, and I wasn't expecting to, but you know what? Great time to create the content. And I've been saying, I don't know how many of you do this. I've been saying I'm gonna go live like this for a week or two. Thank you for the happy birthdays. I appreciate you. Yep. 53, 1971. I'm a 70s baby. So, shout out to all the 70s babies. If there's anybody in the audience that's a 70s baby also. So, for me, the biggest thing for me, maybe not for you, was figuring out what type of character I wanted to be. Baby, you can turn the TV on. I just don't want it up so loud. You can watch if you want to watch. It's good to have background noise. People know it's not a super quiet house. We have a 2-year-old, so it's definitely not, super quiet. Anyway, the type of character I was going to show up as, that's the chicken. Got a whole chicken. Like to buy our chickens whole so you can see what you're making versus chopped up. You don't know what they took off that chicken, so you get it whole, you cut right through it. You can see right inside how healthy or damaged that chicken might be. But anyway, and I do have a microphone. I should probably be wearing it. But again, those are all excuses. It's the first call of the night, so your birthday, you get the texts, you get the calls, you get the all that stuff. So again, thanks for the birthday, happy birthday wish. So content. For me, the biggest thing is deciding. I clean my chicken with vinegar, so to make sure that we get anything off of it, salmonella or anything that is on that chicken. So I'm going to open it up. Gonna wash it off. There's a running joke that black people wash their chicken. And that is true. We do wash our chicken. We don't just make the chicken. I don't think it's just black people. I think it's people who know. People in the country and people who know. You're not gonna just, put that chicken without washing it. It's crazy. Anywho, content, right? Easiest thing to figure out for me, or most difficult thing to help me back, was figuring out what type of character I want to be. How do I want to show up on screen? And I'll tell y'all a funny story. I wanted to be, just realized, give me 1 second. I wanted to be Uncle Marty. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be Uncle Marty. Instead, you see it's Ask Dr. Pratt. And I thought Uncle Marty was better than Ask Dr. Pratt. But that wasn't the case. I asked my closest friends and Miss Edie and other people what exactly they thought about Ask Dr. Pratt or Uncle Marty. My best friend, she told me nobody wants to call a grown man Uncle Marty. And I was like, really though? Then I asked other people who are in my community. We talked earlier about your community. Maybe you follow somebody on Instagram. Maybe you're right here on YouTube. You have a community. And so, okay, more Paul Prods Productions. So when you ask the community what they think, they'll give you, a pretty good answer about what they think. Yes, baby. What's wrong? They'll let you know right away. Is that a good idea or does it not? Does it not fly? So it's good to ask the community about how you're showing up. So in creating that content, what's the best way to create content on YouTube? Should you use something like StreamYard, or should you use a different platform, or just use YouTube? I feel like it's both. YouTube is good by itself for days like this when you just gotta go and you just gotta, show up and be on camera. But if you're doing a deeper conversation and you want to show up differently, you definitely can show up through a company called StreamYard. Or if you have a Mac, there's a company called Ecamm. So StreamYard or Ecamm work excellently for okay. I see we have interesting comments in the comment section. And everybody who's watching this and you're looking at the comment section, there is a setting that if I chose to go live through YouTube, you could have a setting. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that, Mr. Thomas or Mason. It's fresh. It's fresh, organic chicken. It's not anything, no steroids in it. Cleaned it with, I don't want to cross-contaminate. Let me just wash my hands. But I cleaned it with some good old vinegar. And so we try to eat healthy here. Not frying. What I'm going to do is actually smother chicken. So I'm now going to brown this chicken for about 5 to 10 minutes, and it'll get nice and brown. Then I'm going to put the chicken, some of the vegetables, and some red potatoes. Put it into a pot, cook it right on the stove top. So I'm not grinding or frying. I'm actually creating a stew. But yeah, going back to content real quick. I think thank you, Jose. I hope I'm saying your name properly, Jose. But for me, I have a PC. I use StreamYard. I'm using my phone right now, but normally I would be sitting here on StreamYard using. And the reason why I would use StreamYard is because I can broadcast this to X. I have a pretty decent following on Twitter. Broadcast it to Twitter, and also I would broadcast it to my followers on LinkedIn. Now you can broadcast to Instagram. I'm not, IG's okay, but I think these type of conversations work good here, TikTok, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Facebook sort of too, but I feel like IG and Facebook, you're not getting as much feedback. It's a hit or miss. You can kind of get the feedback, meaning the feedback from the audience. But I just wanted to come in here and discuss content real quick. 5 C's of content. C number 1, character. What type of character you're going to be. C number 2, being committed to the content. C number 3, the type of content you're doing. C number 4, have a community. If you can, be a part of somebody else's community or build a community on a platform like this. And number 5, which is the most important C, is be consistent. I'm seeing a lot of good with shorts. Hopefully you guys can do what I'm doing, which is just remixing on shorts. I tend to remix a short that has at least 1 million views, and it's working. This week coming, I'm going to go live for 10 hours, and I want to see how that affects the watch hours. So I'll come back and talk to you guys about that. But hopefully you're having a good Saturday. 7/27, it's an important date. It's my birthday. Appreciate you taking the time to spend my birthday with me here on YouTube. Have a great Saturday, y'all.